It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Cardinals and the Birds, and it's all up next.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, what a season it was for these Eagles and these Philly fans last year. An 8-0 start, 14-3 final record, 2 blowout wins in the NFC playoffs before coming up a bit short in Super Bowl 57.
And a good thing for Philadelphia is they try and get back to the Super Bowl. Many of the key pieces they had last year are back. Remember, this is the number 3 offense in the league, number 2 defense, and they threw in a heck of an NFL draft. They expect to contend one more time.
And for the visiting Cardinals, this is a team in flux a little bit. J.J. Watt retired. There's a new coaching staff in place. They've got some work to do to turn around what was a 4-13 campaign in 2022.
I remember this franchise won 11 games in 2021, but everything's new now. Head coach, the way they're going to run things on offense, style of play on defense, but sometimes that change can be really good.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Right back to Conner here on first. And some room to run now. And running with power here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Conner. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Conner. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The decision to tack and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Prater's kick is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
73.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Murray now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Okay, was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Shotgun now from Murray. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Screen pass to Connor. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Taking it about the 36. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a...
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
63. Hey. Go silver, right?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
At the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So out now come the Cardinals. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, a run with Connor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Cardinals.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end. Dallas got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 27 yards. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 17-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throw left side complete. That's Conner. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they take a knee. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The Eagles got a solid first half from last year's MVP runner-up, Jalen Hurts. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns and 21. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be swung out here for Conner. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down.
This is Conner running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Murray now. He's going to look deep for more. And it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Swift. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
25 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The football going back over to Arizona now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
They've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. Racing to the end zone. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Murray's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cardinals.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This will be caught by Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
It's complete, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Murray now on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Arizona.
Green.
Throwing again, Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
One last shot at the end zone. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end